so glad that you're all joining us today on this wonderful, glorious occasion. And I'm Dr. Jill Hogard Green, and I have the privilege of being the CEO here at Queens Health System. And you're going to meet several of our wonderful leaders. Jason Chang, who is the president of Queens Medical Center and the chief operating officer. Mimi Harris, who's our chief nursing officer. So we are excited that you have joined us. And I am delighted to see what you have created. I understand that this wonderful school, your asset school, has been instrumental in developing the next generation of leaders and next generation of engineers. And when I heard of your terrific project that you had worked so hard on, we wanted to see it. We were just delighted to see the outcome, the great work that you do every day. And I think your teacher, Dr. Hello. And gentlemen, if you'll introduce yourself individually, then we are just very excited to see what you've created for us here at Queens.
Oh, I'm William Wong. I'm a junior, and I designed the chassis for the robot.
Hi everyone, my name's Owen Burke. I'm also a junior at Asset School, and I did some of the buildings.
Hi, my name is Christopher Noon. I'm a junior at Asset School, and I did most of the coding.
So when I look at this amazing work of engineering, and my background is I'm a scientist. I've always loved thinking about new problems, but I was never good at engineering. I was never good at technology and never good at thinking about how do you take this wonderful idea and turn it into something that is effective and progressive and interesting. And you did that. You took from your ideas, you've created a machine that's a robot that can actually do what you'd like it to do. And I recognize on any kind of science project and engineering project, there are many hurdles. There are many times when you just want to say, I'm done with it. This thing is not going to work. But to bring it to what you've done has shown such intelligence, such creativity, tenacity, the ability to stick with something when it's very difficult. And when I look to our future leaders, our future physicians, nurses, our technologists, our IT experts, our engineers that build the technology that keep people well, it's exactly what you did, which will make you the great new leaders of the future. So, with further ado, would you like to show us your robot?
Sure. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And do we want to use the microphone? Is it on?
We had the idea to build this robot in the beginning of the summer. We were all in the same robotics team, and in this pandemic, we wanted to find a way to give back. So we used the schools taught to us by Mr. Han, our amazing robotics mentor and STEM teacher at Asset School, to give our part in this pandemic in the best way we knew how to. So it was a very long journey. Like you said, there was a lot of times where we wanted to just throw in the towel and give up, but we pushed through, and eventually we came to this. So it was an amazing journey. Here you go, Owen.
So I pretty much designed the chassis for the robot. I use SketchUp Shop, which is an easy to use but yet advanced program. And just going to point out some stuff up here. So we have shelves to deliver the food in. Right down here is the thing to adjust it, and one of the charts is down there. And yeah, so some challenges that I faced was there were times that I did not know what to do or what to design, but with problem solving and communication, it ended up being a very well designed and clear chassis for the robot. And I would like to thank Parco for fabricating this amazing chassis for us.
So yeah, once again, thank you to Pac Pro Hawaii for donating this amazing shelf for us, or base of the robot. So on the robot, there's a lot of interesting things about it. We have DC motors powering it on the wheels, which allow it to turn very smoothly. We have a lawnmower battery powering the motors. It should allow it to last for roughly 4 hours or so of constant use. And then a iPhone charger powering a Raspberry Pi, which is a lot of runtime. So we faced a lot of challenges building this robot. The main one was the battery. It's such a powerful battery and large battery that we kept blowing our motor hats, which drive the motors. I believe we went through roughly 5 different motor hats in total. We totaled a lot of them. We also blew up a Raspberry Pi at one point, and we really wanted to give up then, but we persevered. So overall, it's been a really fun project. We coded normal gaming controller, a DualShock PlayStation controller, to the Raspberry Pi or microcomputer to power the motors. How to control it, you use the left joystick to go forward and backwards, and then the arrow keys to turn right and left.
So yeah, I did a lot of the coding, and I found this controller in my closet. And thought it'd be perfect for controlling the robot. There's a lot of stuff into coding this for the Raspberry Pi since it wasn't meant for it, but it was a very fun process. A lot of the stuff isn't even meant to be here. For the electronic cover, we used a Tupperware container. It was practical. It was something we found in our immediate surroundings. So yeah, it was a very, very fun process. Very, very annoying process, but yeah.
That's what engineering is. So, huge thank you to everybody who helped out with this project. Thank you, Mr. Corey Owl, for being our correspondent team. And communicating with us and letting us do the presentation for you guys about it. Huge thank you to Mr. Han again for helping us so much with this robot. We couldn't do it without him. They spent hours at night with us researching different parts and everything to get this thing where it is today. So huge thank you to him.
We want you to run it, Jill.
I'll probably break it, because that's something I'm going to try. Well, before I try that, this is remarkable. You don't know what you've just done in terms of building a technology, showing the level of innovation, creativity, tenacity. It's just extraordinary. And so pretty quickly, about 10 years from now, you want to be in our operating rooms, because when I look at that technology, it's going to be geniuses like you working as teams that create the next set of tools that help all of our clinicians do exactly what they need to do, which is reduce pain and suffering. So recognize your genius. This is exciting for us to see and inspiring for our Ohana and having you being a part of it. All right, if you trust me, let's see what we can do here. Maybe, okay. So
All
where
right.
do we push?
So this joystick goes.
Whoa. And then this other way goes back?
Yes.
Yes.
And then to turn it, you use these left and right arrows.
Okay, so let's, oh, spectacular. All right, we mastered it. All right, so you are, and I think there's a lot of family members that are in this audience, and I think when I look at when I see wonderful inventors and scientists that are going to be our next generation, they always have outstanding people around them, terrific teachers. and with the parents. So would you like to stand up so we can acknowledge you? Now, we know that this has been an amazing group and an amazing program, and the work that's going in is extraordinary. Would like to ask your teacher to come join us, and if Jason and Mimi will join us, we have a little surprise. Thank you. Did the elbow bump? So we were so impressed with this work as they were telling us stories about what you do. And we know that in this time of the pandemic, there are limited resources that schools have, and it's very important that we have the resources. You have outstanding leaders right here, and my understanding is you wanted to take this program and actually do it not only in the high school, but in the junior high. So we'd like to award you, on behalf of Queens, a check so that you can take this great work and make sure that you can start with kids in the middle school to continue the program. Thank you so
Thank you very much.
As a teacher, would you like to say anything?
So we're already proud of the students. This is a entirely 100% student-led driven project, and I'm very happy to be a support on the back to making sure that you guys are writing proper emails and everything's okay and all of that. But overall, very proud. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Jason, would you like to make any comments?
No, I think the only thing I'd like to say is just really a wonderful job. I remember when I was in your shoes, I was not building robots. And not only is it creative, but it's actually addressing a problem that's afflicting the entire state, the entire nation, the entire world today. And so these are the kind of really innovative things that allow us to reopen our community and get back to normal life as much as you can possibly do. And so I just encourage you to continue to think, about things that can better the world and better our economy and better our state, because these are the things that will change our world. So really a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, anything else from our wonderful audience?